Soundcore is back with another banger. The Soundcore Life P3 are bringing big bass, full app support, active noise cancellation, along with a dedicated gaming mode, and all of this for well under $100. In this video, I'll be giving you my complete review along with comparisons to some of the top true wireless earbuds under $100. Soundcore's own Liberty Air 2 Pro and Life A2NC, the One More Comfo Buds Pro, and lastly, the Earfun Free Pro. Now, for both transparency and disclosure, the Soundcore Life P3 were sent to me for testing and review purposes. The means by which I receive all of the earbuds does not color my comparison in any way. There was no compensation involved from any of these brands, and no one was able to see this video prior to it being published. So in other words, all the brands will be seeing this video at the same time that you are. So now let's not waste any more time. So first up, let's talk about the connection. So these are featuring Bluetooth 5.0 along with SBC and AAC as their connection codecs. When it comes to Bluetooth range, I managed to get right around 11 meters or 36 feet. Now this is obviously going to vary depending on how many obstructions you put in between the earbuds and the device that they're connected to. Now these earbuds are also featuring dual connect, which means that you can use each earbud individually while the other one is charging in the case. There's some people who like to listen to one earbud halfway through the day at work and then maybe swap out at a certain point, maybe after lunch. They've got you covered if you're that person. Now, when it comes to watching videos, Netflix, Hulu, YouTube, any of that sort of stuff, there is minimal to no latency when watching videos, and that's both on Android and on iOS devices. Now that's going to bring us over to the aforementioned gaming mode. So this is the first time that I've seen a dedicated gaming mode on a set of Soundcore True Wireless earbuds. Now this gaming mode, it reduces latency, so it's already helping you there with that, but it also enhances detail. So it does a little bit of an EQ switch, and it's going to give you a bit more detail clarity, a little more treble so you can hear footsteps, things like that on first-person shooter games. It also adds a little bit of bass to make those explosions and gunshots pop a little bit more. When I tested this out, I was playing Call of Duty and it came in clutch. Works very, very well, makes it feel more lively, more like you're in the game, a bit more immersive, so I really enjoyed myself playing the game. Now, much like every other gaming mode on the market on any set of earbuds or headphones, it will affect your battery a bit, so just be mindful of that. If you want to get the most out of the battery on these earbuds, you're probably going to want to leave that gaming mode turned off unless you're actually gaming. Now, on the topic of the battery in the case, they were claiming 7 hours plus 28 on the case, bringing the total to 35 hours. Pretty good overall. Now, in my actual testing, I managed to get 6 hours and 3 minutes with noise cancellation turned on, and 7 hours and 20 minutes with noise cancellation turned off. So overall battery life is excellent on these earbuds. Now, if you do manage to drain them out all the way, they do feature fast charging, so you can drop the earbuds back into the case for 10 minutes. That'll give you an additional 2 hours worth of playback time. And then when it comes to charging the case itself, they do have a USB Type-C port on the back, along with wireless charging. So if you have a wireless charger on your power bank, maybe on your phone or something on your desk, they've got you covered for that as well. Now, when it comes to the case, the shape of it is very similar to the case for the Liberty Air 2 Pro, except with these, it's a little bit smaller and it does have a clamshell design. So it doesn't have that sliding mechanism, but it just pops open so you can pull the earbuds out nice and easy. And then as far as the earbuds themselves, they do come in a stem design that is extremely similar to the Liberty Air 2 Pro. There are some subtle differences here and there, but overall it is the same basic shape. They are a tad bit smaller on the head of the earbud itself, so I think it makes them slightly more comfortable when being worn. Also, for those that are interested, they are available in 5 different colors. You've got black, you've got navy, you've got white, you've got blue, and you've got red. So 5 different options to kind of suit your style. Now, thankfully, these do come with a standard size stem for the ear tips themselves, so you can use the stock ear tips, and the stock ear tips that are included from Soundcore are actually very good. But if you want to swap them out for something different, say something from SpinFit, something along those lines, you can go with a different one if you're interested. And as always, I'll be leaving links to those additional ear tips in the description box right down below. As far as comfort overall for me, they have been very comfortable. No issues with ear fatigue or anything of that nature. I'm getting a good seal, no problems with any of that. Now, if you're looking for an earbud to kind of sleep with when you're kind of laying on your side, probably not a good idea. Stem style earbuds don't really seem to do very well for that if you're a side sleeper. Back sleeper is not going to be a problem. So let's move over to the controls. Now these are featuring full touch control, and right out of the box you get single touch, double touch, and long press, and they are fully customizable within the Soundcore app. So you can set them up for volume control, answer end calls, play pause, active noise cancellation, whichever you want to do, they've got you covered. The controls themselves are actually quite responsive, so one thing you do have to be careful when you set up that single touch is that it could lead to some accidental touches, so just be aware of that. So now let's segue over to the Soundcore app, and this app is available for both Android and iOS. Right when you open it up, it's going to show you the earbuds themselves along with the battery life. It doesn't give you a percentage, but it just kind of shows you these bars, so to let you know the battery life of both the right and the left earbud. There's going to be a gear right in the top corner, and right up there you're going to have controls for the touch tone. So that's basically when you do a touch, it's going to give you a tone. You could turn that on or off. You've got the firmware updates. You've even got a Find My Device where they'll play a sound so that you can find them in case you've lost them. Kind of cool if you ask me. They also have the help section and the quick start guide if you ever need it. Now, backing out of there, you're back on the home page, and right up front, you get the ambient sound controls. So you click on that, and that's where you'll see that you can either have normal mode, which is just, no noise cancellation, no transparency mode. Then you have your transparency mode where you have two options, fully transparent, which brings in all sounds, and the vocal mode, which is going to concentrate itself on people's voices, things like that. Next up, you've got the noise cancellation mode, which comes with three different options: transport, indoor, and outdoor, with indoor being the strongest one, or at least in my opinion, the strongest one, because it does a better job at attempting to drown out people's voices inside of a room that you're in. So overall pretty good, and it's nice to have these multi-mode options built straight in to a set of budget true wireless earbuds. Now backing out one more time, you've got the gaming mode, and this is where you can activate it where it reduces latency, changes the EQ to give you a better gaming experience. Below that, you've got the EQ, and that is the full EQ suite. This is where you can create your own EQ, you can use one of the presets in there, and you also have the bass up feature, so you can turn up the bass if that's what you want to do. After that, you've got the Superior Sleep, and in Superior Sleep, this is where you can mix a bunch of different ambient sounds to help you fall asleep. Pretty cool if you ask me. I don't personally use it, but it is something nice to have. After that, you've got the touch control customizations. You've got single tap, double tap, and long press, so you can customize all of those. And then last but not least, you've also got the tip fit test. And this is where you can determine whether you're getting a proper seal from the earbuds. So overall, a pretty robust set of features built straight into this app. So now let's talk about some performance. So first up, the transparency mode. Now this is dual mode, as I said before. You've got the fully transparent, which brings in all sounds, and then you've got the one that's called vocal, where it focuses on people's voices, and you can hear the difference, and it does work fairly well. Not the best that I've heard out there. I think that title is going to go to Sony, but overall still very, very good for a set of earbuds coming in at this price. Overall, the transparency mode on this, it has a bit of processed type of a sound to it. It isn't the greatest that I've ever heard. It's nothing along the lines of the Apple AirPods Pro, nothing like that, but still very good for what you're getting here. So now let's move over to the active noise cancellation. The active noise cancellation, as I said before, comes in three modes: transport, indoor, and outdoor. Transport's going to be for low frequency noises like engines, things of that nature, for like when you're commuting or maybe you're on a plane, they've got you covered. Indoors for like being inside of a cafe or a library or something like that, where you kind of want to lower people's voices and the ambient sound of the room, kind of helps with that. Outdoor is the weakest of the settings because it does cut down some of the wind noise and external noise, but it doesn't block out everything, so you still maintain at least a bit of situational awareness. Overall, the noise cancellation is strong and easily one of the best under $100. Definitely Soundcore level stuff coming in for this price range. Now, I know you're asking yourself, are these better than this or this? Just wait for the comparison section. Coming up soon. Next, let's talk about the volume. So volume on these is solid. These are coming in at a solid, strong 9 out of 10. So very good volume on these, and a noticeable improvement over some of the other Soundcore earbuds in this price range. Comfortable listening for me comes in about 65 to 80% on these guys. So very good, and you still got plenty of overhead if you have any quiet dialogue in a video or an audiobook that you might be listening to. Now moving over to the sound quality itself. For the sound quality, you've got the Soundcore sound, right? You've got the Soundcore signature sound, so it's dynamic. These are packing some bass. Like, they have a strong bass punch. These are a bass heads earbuds. Like, all my bass heads unite because they are bringing it for you with these earbuds. So let's talk about the bass real quick. Strong bass impact. You've got good sub bass as well. So if you got some of those tracks that really bring that rumble, that bass that you can feel, you're going to feel them with these earbuds, believe you me. Now, these earbuds can definitely benefit from some of the EQing that you can do within their app. That's exactly what I did. I actually dialed it back just a bit so that it didn't muddy up the mids or anything, but overall, it comes in really nicely. Now, one of the tracks that I was using to test out the bass is a song called Nocturnal by The Midnight. Now, you got to check out this song. The bass really kicks in right around that minute and 20-second mark, but once you hear that and the way that it comes in and just hits and you're getting all the different synth sounds, dude, you really got to check out that song. Now, moving over to the mid-range. Now, the mid-range is a bit on the neutral to recessed side, so it's not forward or anything like that in your face. Like I said, this is a V-shaped type of sound. Now, this can be improved greatly with the EQ. If you go in and use the piano tune and then you adjust the bass to your liking, you can pull out a lot of clarity while maintaining a strong bass punch. So overall, it can sound very, very good. The song that I used to test out the mid-range was a song called Slightly Hungover by Blue Delight. Now, this is just kind of some like whiskey blues, but I mean, it's excellent. Listening to that live band and the vocals and the guy's husky voice, very, very good. You got to check that one out as well. Now, moving over to the treble. Now, the treble is rolled off a bit in the signature mode, so not as open as I would like it to be. But like I said before, with the EQ, using that piano EQ, it really makes it brighter, clearer, and really opens up the sound. Are you noticing a pattern here? EQing, these really respond well to some EQing. Now, as far as one of the songs that I use for treble testing, I use September by Earth, Wind & Fire, and all the different band instruments and everything coming through, the vocalists and everything, the whole thing just came together very nicely. Once the sound is opened up, you can really enjoy the full orchestra effect of the band behind Earth, Wind & Fire. So definitely something that you should check out. Now, if I had to speak any negatives about the Live P3, it wouldn't really be much about their performance, if anything. Yeah, the ANC could be a little stronger, but I'm sure that they don't want to cut in to their top dogs. I'm sure that's what's going on here. But because the performance of these is so good, coming in at $80, it almost kind of confuses me a little bit because it really undercuts some of their own other products. It kind of cuts the knees out. So when you get these, it kind of begs a question. Why should I get the Liberty Air 2 Pro? Why should I pay $120 for the Liberty Air 2 Pro when I could pay $80 for the Live P3? I honestly can't say why you should. If somebody asks me between those two, which would you go with? 9 times out of 10, I'm going to tell them, go ahead and pick the P3s. So that's the only thing I could say is I'm just kind of not sure what's happening here. Very, very odd choices, but you know what? Either way, you as a consumer are going to win because now you're getting excellent performance, improved performance over the Liberty Air 2 Pro in certain departments and for a lower price. So let's get into the comparison portion here. So the comparison portion, we're going to have the Liberty Air 2 Pro, the Life A2NC, the One More Comfo Buds Pro, and the Earphone Free Pro. Now, when it comes to comparing the Live P3 to the Liberty Air 2 Pro, the Liberty Air 2 Pro are going to have a better ANC. They're also going to have better transparency mode. But where they lack is going to be on the volume. They're about 1 click below the Live P3 on the volume level. Kind of surprised me a little bit here, but it's good for all the people who didn't think that the Liberty Air 2 Pro were loud enough. Got a little bit more volume for you. Overall, the Liberty Air 2 Pro has a bit of a cleaner sound because they're not as bass heavy. If you're into bass though, that's not really a problem. Now, versus the Life A2NC, the noise cancellation between the Live P3 and the Life A2NC is equivalent. I could barely hear any bit of a difference between the two, testing them out against crowd noise and against cabin air noise from a jet. So almost no difference there. Pretty equivalent in my opinion. The Live A2NC's transparency mode is slightly better, a little bit cleaner, a little bit crisper, slightly less processed, so they do win for that transparency mode. Now, the Live A2NC has slightly lower volume than the Live P3. So Live P3 are winning for volume as far as that's concerned. And then the Live A2NC are not as bass heavy, a bit just more dialed back than what you're getting with the Live P3. If you're into that, then Live A2NC might be the better choice here. Now we move over to the One More Comfo Buds Pro. The One More Comfo Buds Pro, their ANC is the strongest out of all of these on this comparison. It's an easy win for the One More Comfo Buds Pro. The ambient is also the best out of this list. The Comfo Buds Pro are also louder than the other 4, and they have a more flatter, more neutral sound profile that uses one more signature tuning, and overall, to me, it sounds really, really good. So the One More Comfo Buds Pro coming in at a similar price point, maybe a couple bucks more than Live P3, this is a really, really tough choice. The one thing that the Comfo Buds Pro are lacking is that Soundcore app. The One More app is okay, but it's nowhere near as fully fleshed out as the Soundcore app. Last but not least, we've got the Earfun Free Pro. Now these are going to have the weakest ANC and the quietest ambient mode out of the bunch, but they're louder than the two Soundcore earbuds, and they have overall better sound tuning than the Soundcore earbuds as well. So overall, they're actually pretty good. So now let's move over to the rankings. So first up, active noise cancellation. Number 1, it's going to be the One More Comfo Buds Pro. Number 2, you've got the Liberty Air 2 Pro. Number 3, you've got the Life P3. Number 4, the Life A2NC. Number 5, the Earfun Free Pro. Now for the transparency or ambient mode. Number 1, you've got the One More Comfo Buds Pro. Number 2, Liberty Air 2 Pro. Number 3, the Soundcore Life P3. Number 4, the Life A2NC. Number 5, the Earfun Free Pro. So now let's switch over to the volume. So for volume, you've got the One More Comfo Buds Pro. Number 2, you've got the Earfun Free Pro. Number 3, the Soundcore Life P3, followed by the Life A2NC, then the Liberty Air 2 Pro. And then last but not least, let's give them the overall sound quality. So for me, overall sound quality, number 1, it's going to be the Comfo Buds Pro. One more tuning here is really going to be the winner overall for that sound quality. Number 2, you've got the Earfun Free Pro, bringing a little bit more bass, but definitely some excellent sound quality. Number 3, the Liberty Air 2 Pro. Number 4, the Life A2NC. And number 5, the Life P3. Now, to be clear, all of these sound awesome. They just have different flavors of sound, where the Comfo Buds Pro are much more balanced than the rest, and the rest kind of come in more dynamic with a bit more bass, a bit more treble, depending on the kind of sound that you like. Overall, with any of these, it's a win either way. So now let's get into some call quality tests. We're going to put them all back to back, and this way you can hear what the call quality sounds like for yourself.
All right, so here we have the call quality test for the Soundcore Life P3. So testing, 1, 2, 3. This is the kind of call quality you can expect in a semi-quiet indoor environment. So testing, 1, 2, 3. All right, so here we have the call quality test for the Soundcore Liberty Air 2 Pro. So testing, 1, 2, 3. Kind of call quality you can expect from the Soundcore Liberty Air 2 Pro in a semi-quiet indoor environment. Testing, 1, 2, 3. All right, so here we have the call quality test for the Soundcore Life A2NC. So testing, 1, 2, 3. This is what you can expect from the Soundcore Life A2NC in a semi-quiet indoor environment. So testing, 1, 2, 3. All right, so here we have the call quality test for the One More Comfo Buds Pro. So testing, 1, 2, 3. This is what you can expect from the One More Comfo Buds Pro in a semi-quiet indoor environment. So testing, 1, 2, 3. See that? I almost forgot where I was. All right, so here we have the call quality test for the Earfun Free Pro. So testing, 1, 2, 3. This is what you can expect from the Earfun Free Pro in a semi-quiet indoor environment. Testing, 1, 2, 3. And here we have the Soundcore Life P3 in a simulated crowd noise environment, similar to a crowded cafeteria, maybe a busy train station, something along those lines. So testing, 1, 2, 3. All right, and here we have the Soundcore Liberty Air 2 Pro in a simulated crowd noise environment, like a crowded cafe, maybe a busy bus stop, something along those lines. So testing, 1, 2, 3. All right, so here we have the Soundcore Life A2NC in a simulated crowd noise environment, like a busy coffee shop or maybe a crowded train station. So testing, 1, 2, 3. All right, so here we have the One More Comfo Buds Pro in a simulated crowd noise environment. So testing, 1, 2, 3. Similar to a busy train station or maybe a crowded cafe. So testing, 1, 2, 3. And here we have the Earfun Free Pro in a simulated crowd noise environment, similar to a crowded bus stop or maybe a busy cafe. Testing, 1, 2, 3. As always, you're going to have to be the judge of the call quality down in the comment section.
Now, with all of that out of the way, if you're interested in checking out some other true wireless earbuds under $100, check out the video I'm going to leave right up here. If you want to see some options for you for under $50, check out the other video right up there. With all that said, I'm out of here. Peace.